What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, undefeated 3-division world champion, who simultaneously at one point in time held the WBA super title at super featherweight, the WBA regular title at 135 lightweight and 140 junior welterweight, superstar boxer Gervonta Tank Davis. 27 wins, no losses, no draw. 25 big wins by way of knockout. He is 27 years of age, 5'5" with a 67-inch arm reach. With that said, Gervonta Tank Davis has been ruined to make a ring return. He last fought May 28th at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York, against lightweight title contender, fellow stablemate, star boxer Rolando Romero. He went into the fight with Romero. Romero went into the fight 14 wins, no losses, no draw, 12 wins by way of knockout, 26 years of age, 5'8" with a 68-inch arm reach, right? Gervonta Tank Davis, he brutally knocked out Romero in the 6th round of the fight. It did big numbers, okay? It did, a gate of $5 million gate, which is the biggest gate at the Barclays Center for the sport of boxing currently as it stands, okay? So with that said, it looks like Gervonta Tank Davis is on the verge of possibly fighting against undefeated lightweight, junior welterweight, Mexican superstar title contender, King Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia is 23 wins, no losses, no draw, 19 wins by way of knockout. He is 23 years of age, 5'10" with a 70-inch arm reach, okay? With that said, after Tank Davis brutally knocked out Romero, it was entertaining. The lead up, the build up was entertaining. Rolly is an attraction when it comes to talking up the sport of boxing, and just talking overall. He can sell a fight. And so it did big numbers. There was people initially that felt like Rolly didn't have a chance to win this fight. I was one of them, okay? And as time went on and the build up for the fight went on, people started to actually believe that Rolly had an opportunity and a chance to win this fight against Gervonta Tank Davis, okay? And they put stock in Romero. And as I predicted, it was going to be a left hand Rolly didn't see, as Tank Davis was on the back foot and he was going to knock out Rolly in the 6th round. And that's exactly what took place, okay? I was 100% right in the prediction for that fight. And as of, time goes past, everybody obviously wants to know what's next for Gervonta Tank Davis. And the fight with Ryan Garcia has a huge social media following, has not accomplished much in the sport of boxing, okay, per se, but he has a huge following outside the sport of boxing, 9 million social media followers, and that's a fight that people are starting to call for. Ryan Garcia has power. Ryan Garcia gets knockouts, and people are starting to want to see Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis is got a lot of momentum, okay? And Ryan Garcia's father, trainer and manager, Henry, he stated that, it's 100% going to happen December or January, okay, of this year. And so people are now looking forward to that, okay? Well, then reports came out that we know that Ryan Garcia is with retired legendary Hall of Fame, iconic 5-division world champion, Olympic gold medalist, superstar boxer, Oscar the Golden Boy De La Hoya, and Golden Boy Promotions. More importantly, Ryan Garcia, he fights on DAZN, okay? And Gervonta Tank Davis, he's with the PBC, Premier Boxing Champion, founder and advisor Al Heyman. He's with son with Mayweather Promotions, legendary retired Hall of Fame iconic superstar boxer Floyd Mayweather, CEO Leonard Ellerbe, and more importantly, he's with Showtime president of sports Steven Espinosa, okay? So those networks just can't seem to come to an agreement to make fights happen. There was, a fight on the table, a big fight on the table between Jamal Charlo, undefeated 2-division world champion, reigning WBC middleweight world champion, superstar boxer, Jamal Lions Only Charlo, okay? There was a fight on the table for Jamal Charlo to fight undefeated Mexican superstar, former junior middleweight world champion, and Jaime Munguia. But that fell through. Why did it fall through? Because the networks, DAZN and Showtime, can't come to an agreement, okay? And so it starts to look like Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Tank Davis fight might not happen because the networks can't come to an agreement. Okay, Showtime is the mother network in this equation. Showtime is, has the eighth fighter. Okay, and Jamal Charlo's the eighth fighter. Gervonta Tank Davis is the eighth fighter, and they don't want to share. Okay, they want to keep everything in house. They don't want to share with the zone. They don't want to do a split joint network promotional situation. They don't want to share. They want to keep it all in house, right? And that seems to be a problem. So because of that, people are starting to speculate and feel like Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Tank Davis fight is not going to come to fruition. And then the reports that started to surface that Ryan Garcia is out of the equation, and Rolly Romero and Gervonta Tank Davis can be happening in an immediate rematch. And Rolly even took to social media and he stated that his next fight is going to be against Gervonta Tank Davis. He's been informed of that, okay? And so Gervonta Tank Davis, he took to social media, to which he then once again deleted it. He puts up posts on social media and then he deletes it. I don't know why he does such a thing, but that's what he does, okay? And he put up this post and he responded to people saying that if they look to make a fight, a rematch between Gervonta Tank Davis and Rolly Romero, to boycott it, okay? And then we saw quotes from his longtime mentor, big brother figure, father figure, and longtime trainer, and Coach Calvin Ford. Coach Calvin Ford, he recently stated, and the Roz podcast, they were saying that Gervonta Tank Davis is going to retire, right? And Gervonta Tank Davis then responds, and he says that if they look to force him into a fight with Rolly Romero, a second fight, that he himself is going to boycott the fight. So maybe that's where it's coming from, that people are saying Gervonta Tank Davis is going to retire, because Gervonta Tank Davis himself is saying that if they try to force him into another fight with Rolly Romero, then he himself is going to boycott the fight, which means he can sit on the shelf. So it's like he's taking himself out the equation, okay? And he's not happy that they're going to try to force him to have to rematch Rolando Rolly Romero, which he clearly does not want to do. And so if that's the case, then Gervonta Tank Davis is saying that he himself will boycott the fight along with the fans, right? So it's interesting because Gervonta Tank Davis recently came out and he stated that the contract that he's under with Mayweather Promotions is a contract that they should have never did to a kid, right? He said that he asked Mayweather Promotions lawyer, why did you write up such a contract for a kid? Because I was a kid at the time. And he said that Mayweather Promotions lawyer responded and said, if you was my kid, it would have never happened, right? So essentially it looks like Gervonta Tank Davis is stuck in his contract. Now, leading up into his fight with Rolly Romero, he was very, very vocal about him parting ways from Mayweather Promotions and this being the last fight under his contract for Mayweather Promotions, and that he couldn't wait to exit stage left, and that it was time to flee the coop, take the training wheels off, and focus on GTD Promotions, Gervonta Tank Davis Promotions. And suddenly that went out the window. Quickly, his energy with that changed, right? And many people questioned, why did it change, right? And he, after the fight with Rolly, he said, I'm staying with Mayweather Promotions, the best team in the world. But clearly there's an issue there, okay? Then Steven Espinosa, he stated that he had conversations with Gervonta Tank Davis that informed Gervonta Tank Davis that he was going to stay with Showtime at the very least. And Steven Espinosa said he has an exclusive deal with Gervonta Tank Davis, right? So maybe that's the way that they're going to do business with the PBC, and Gervonta Tank Davis staying loyal. But, I mean, people made more of the fight with Rolly being competitive than it actually was. It just wasn't as competitive as people wanted to make it. Tank Davis chose the fight on the back foot, used Rolly's aggression against him, and counter him and knock him out. That's exactly what he did. And Gervonta Tank Davis clearly is not happy with where he stands with everything. Clearly, okay? For Coach Calvin Ford and Kenny and Senior and Squeeze, you know, to be there and say that Tank Davis is going to retire, Where that came from left field. And now Tank Davis himself is saying he will boycott if they try to force him to fight Rolly Romero in the second fight. So we got to see how this unfolds. Obviously, again, Ryan Garcia's father said that 100% they'll fight in December or January. You have conflicting reports. Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy Promotions are saying that, you know, they haven't even talked to nobody on Tank's side. Okay, Oscar's saying Al Heyman is preventing the fight. You had CEO of Golden Boy, Gomez. He came out. He said that they haven't talked to anybody and they were moving on. It's a lot of confusion in the sport of boxing, not unnecessary confusion. So let's see how this unfolds. But Tank Davis said that if they try to force him in a fight with Rolly Romero, he himself is going to retire. He himself is going to boycott the fight. So let's see how this unfolds and plays out. But that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV. All one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to Black Media Raw. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.